Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your JAYFLIGHT SLX 195 RB travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and parking. A few things taken into consideration. On your campsite, of course, your awning. There's plenty of room for that to come in and out. And over here on your off campsite, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Power is going to be just above your tires, and your water connection is going to be just behind that for camps. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you do is level your unit. On these hand crank, right will bring you up, left will bring you down. Have someone watch your unit, or you can put a little stick on level on the side. Make sure your unit is level, right in the center. Once your unit's level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Now your unit is equipped with rear stabilizing jacks, 3/4 inch hand crank. Put that on there and crank these down to the left. As you bring these down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight. Really good investment. Use your 10% off coupon. Grab a couple of them. Put that down and run this down just until it's taut. Remember, our unit's already level. We only want to run this down just until we've got some resistance on our hand crank and we know that we're just supporting the rear end of the unit. Do the same thing on the other side. Once you got your unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Big long 30 amp cord plugs into the side here. The way the new ones go on, this pistol grip goes in to the left, turn it to the right, and then put your black washer on. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need to plug in a home, a 30 to 110 adapter comes in your convenience pack. Got your power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. City Water connects where we'll hook up at campsites. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting water in here. Put that on, hook up your hose, but don't turn on your hose yet. Right here to the left is your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in. Get that in there nice and snug. Once it is, you can go ahead and turn on your hose. Now, if your hose has been on for a little bit, go inside, open up your water taps. Once the air is out of the lines, you got a steady flow of water out of everything. You can go ahead and shut them off, and then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. So let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water, we're going to go boondocking. In that case, we'll fill up our potable water or our freshwater tank. It's right at the front of your off campsite. No need for a water pressure regulator here, simply fill it up with a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. And two, on the inside where you check your battery black and gray tank levels, there's also a freshwater button. Hold that down and see when this is full. Once this is full, remove your hose. And then when you want to utilize this water, turn on your water pump. That'll be indoors as well. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. All right, let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. We're all set up to camp now with power and water. Again, potable water. There's your freshwater low point drain for that. There's a vent for your AC unit. A vent for your microwave. A flue for your furnace. Make sure this isn't blocked and don't touch it when it's running your furnace. It does get hot. Here's where you plug in your cable or satellite. Again, your power. Access to the back of your fridge. Getting your hot water heater. Below that, the other low point drains for leaving the campsite. There's where we dump our black and gray tanks. Again, our city water connection. Come around the rear, you got a spare tire with a cover. And you also prep for a Furion backup camera. Device you purchased from our store that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Electronically communicating with this piece here, give you a backup camera for the unit. Come around to your campsite, your awning. Hypothetically, your picnic table's down that way and it starts to rain. Come here to your pull down adjust pitch. That's going to adjust the awning away. Run all the rainwater this way. Outdoor speakers and awning lights. You have a couple of 110s out here. This is your pass-through storage with the hitch work in it. Coming out front, your propane. Lefty loosey to open. Battery post. Check your battery post now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time. And we're back around to our off campsite. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. So the first thing I like to point out in all units is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. As you come in, immediately to the left will be your furnace thermostat. Crank that on real quick. Okay, that come on, we'll shut that off. You'll notice that the fan for that will take a few minutes to shut off. To your right as you come in the doorways, your lighting, outdoor and interior. Your awning control. Your awning, you're only going to want to run that out until you see that white flap fall down to 90 degrees. Once you can see your brown bar, it's as far as you want to go. That will extend past that, so watch your awning as you're running it out. Run that back in here quickly for you. And as your awning comes in, we will continue the tour. Now they call these slam locks because if they are slightly slammed, they close the easiest. Come around the corner here, you got a lot of individual, let me turn our ceiling lights back on. You do have one-touch lighting, so you can just leave one of these on at night. Coming around here next to your dinette is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are boondocking, not plugged in somewhere, something charging your battery, disconnect your positive battery post if you're going to be gone for the day to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. The table, of course, these legs will fold in, remove, set them right down on these lips here. Put your back cushions on top for a little sleeping area. Your smoke alarm. Over here in the wall is your IRV technology sound system, Bluetooth, AM, FM, auxiliary hookup, dual zoned. Let me see if I can get a channel to come in out here. Let's see, 94. There we go. There's some sound anyway. Shut it off indoors. Now it's just outdoors. Shut it off out there.
Hold on.
Nice system. Touch it once for mute. Hold it to shut it off. This is where it's wired for solar. Keep that on there. That's just a template for the techs in the future if anybody ever decides to have this unit wired for solar. Your bed, of course. Access to the outdoor storage from under here and to your fresh water tank. Up here is your AC unit. Turn that on down here. You hear that get going? Controls, different controls for that. Down below that is your 110 with GFCI reset. Here's where I said you can check your levels of your brand new battery, fresh black and gray tank. That fresh button is the one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. When your potable water is full, that's when you can turn on your water pump right here. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas, water heater if hooked to electric. It makes a difference. All set up for TV here, 12 volt and cable. If you do put a TV here, turn on that green light before you run your digital channel scan. It's a digital channel enhancer. It allows you to pick up more channels. Self-explanatory microwave. You have a light and a fan above your little cooktop here. It's cool little 2-burner cooktops. Get that to light, and then you have to light that by hand. There's your panel light. Oh, I apologize. This does have a push lighter on it. These are new burners to us. So you just turn that to high and push it in for your spark. It's your panel light. Below that, this will be your furnace release. Here is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. To the right of that, your fridge. Turn your fridge on auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you'll be on gas. Or simply put it on gas. If that light starts flashing, you know your gas is low. 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest. You do have a hand crank open vent there. You also have one in the bathroom. Manual crank. Your lighting in here. There's one touch up here. And lastly, your big closet area. I think that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. I like to shut off my main ceiling light here, because then I can walk through and see all the individual lighting that I need to go through and shut off. You don't want to leave any lights on in here. So all our lights are off. Exit the unit. Your stairs simply fold up like so. Lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn your handle, your door is safe for travel. At this point, bring up your stabilizing jacks. Unhook your power, your cable, and your water. Once that water is unhooked, you can come to this low point drain if you're at campsites. Dump both of those. If you are boondocking, want to dump your freshwater drain, that'll be right there. After you've dumped them, come to your hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to let the rest of the water out of the line. Once that's all out, push that down. Otherwise your door won't close. And then remove your drain plug. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be all the way at the rear on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. That 10-foot hose comes in your convenience pack. Hook that up, the other end in the dump, and pull your black holding tank. That's going to be your sewer. You want to pull that one first. After it sounds like it's no longer draining, close that handle. Pull your gray handle. That's going to be cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your hose out for you. And you can conveniently and sanitarily store that sewage hose right there in your bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this JAYFLIGHT for many years to come. Happy camping.